look at what the triggers are for each side, what is the main trigger for Jews, right? There is the memory of the Holocaust, memory of the pogroms, memory of their women and children being burned, gassed, tortured, cleansed, destroyed in World War II. That was the whole reason for the creation of Israel. That's their trigger. The trigger for Palestinians is the Nakba, or what they call the catastrophe, which is the mass displacement that occurred during the creation of Israel Israel back in 1948. That they were forced violently out of their homes. Then they went into a decades-long unjust and illegal occupation. Now, what has Hamas done? Their attack on October 7th was done in the style of the Holocaust, the pogroms, like, you know, the babies being burned and put in ovens, you know, women being raped and killed while they're being raped. It was horrific in the same way that the Holocaust was horrific, and it was in large numbers. And that trigger was activated in one of the worst ways since the creation of Israel. And then what did they do? They triggered an overreaction from Israel. And now with the bombing and everything that's happening in Gaza, the Palestinian trigger has been activated, where they're again being asked to leave their homes. They leave their homes get bombed. They go into smaller places than one of the most densely populated places in the world, nowhere to go. And now they've all collected in the south. And now there's talk of an operation that's going to happen in the south. And tens of thousands of people, kids, you know, half the population is kids, and they're all being killed. So what Hamas has done, and I'm going to quote right now Jessica Stern and Bessel van der Kolk, who wrote in the Foreign Affairs magazine. They had an article on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and the psychology of trauma. And they wrote, quote, "Both the Israelis and the Palestinians are now locked in a snare of Hamas's creation, a traumatic embrace of death and despair in which each side, understandably seeing itself as a victim, feeling righteous rage, and desiring retribution, is vying for global sympathy."
Yeah, that nails it. That nails it.
That's it. And the ceasefire is absolutely necessary.